welcome to my YT channel. This is again, I am a singer, eternal voice, a small YouTuber and a YouTube content creator and a social media influencer. This is again, I am singer, eternal voice, OSH engineer and a licensed chemical engineer. Happy Saturday to each and every one of us. Let's go back to business. All about pure science. Especially, I'll be talking about a specific topic of BS chemical engineering, all about transport phenomena. And this is heat transfer. Ooh. And this is all about a simple, or shall we say, a basic problem solving. So actually, this kind of problem also should be taken from other engineering courses also as well, because we have a generic, subject for this, okay, especially in thermodynamics, okay, that will be dealing also with heat transfer, but in another approach, but basically the concept and the principles behind is just the same. Okay, guys, it's very clear. Now, before going further, what can I say? Okay, so I need to set up my, my gosh, my camera at this point in time. Oh my God. I'll be using two devices because I need to be live also in my FB social account. I cannot do live streaming in my Twitter account because I forgot the password for that. Okay, so it's gonna be simultaneous FB and YouTube. Oh my gosh. Okay, so it's gonna be okay now. My laptop is, repaired, and it has been installed the Windows 10 already. But actually, the drive storage is not enough to be updated to Windows 11. Actually, there's already Windows 11, but I cannot because my RAM, random access memory, is gonna be 2 GB only. GB means gigabyte, 10 to the power 9. That means giga, right? So that's the power of prefixes in algebra. Giga, okay. Micro, okay. Pico, pira, tera, sorry. And then we have the mega, okay. Centi, DC, those are, prefixes in algebra. It's very important to say directly if we cannot longer memorize the exponents, especially negative exponents. Okay, that's why gigabyte, 10 to the power 9, okay, byte. Okay, if we can express that to byte, then we will just put 9 zeros out of it. So we can convert that to byte also, if you want. Okay, that is a storage, 2 gigabyte bytes, plural. Oh my gosh, I am so very perfectionist. Charot! Okay, my gosh, English na naman si Sotero, Inglesero. Wow. So it's not all about English at this point in time, okay? It should be the content on the, on the subject matter that matters a lot. And especially your delivery, how to discuss in front of your audience, especially, in virtual live streaming. This is virtual, I don't have live audience in front of me, right? So nobody will ask me immediately if they cannot understand what I'm talking to. So this is just sharing of academic information. This might be helpful to students, present students who are listening right now, especially taking up Bachelor of Science Chemical Engineering and also engineering courses as well. Right, then if you want also to learn something, then you can tune in, okay? Okay, you can stay tuned with me so we can share something for you. Okay? So before that, I'm going to set up this, my other social account. FB social. Okay guys, I'm wearing all yellows. It doesn't mean that I am a Dilawan or a liberal party. It just happens I like the color yellow. Okay? This is not a political color, but a real color because I love yellow color. Okay, I love also blue and green. Okay, so you may question back to me, oh my gosh, a BBM supporter wears yellow. No, it's not. This is only the color I love. Okay, but it doesn't reflect political interest. Okay, got a point? So let's not talk about politics here. We are talking about academic information. Hi to all BBM supporters out there. Oh my gosh. Okay. Ganon. So I have so many posts regarding my idol and our idol BBM. Okay, but due to the fact that I have to do this live streaming, I have to cut it off for a while because okay, because I'm very, very straightforward and I'm very candid to express my ideas and points of views. It doesn't matter at all if you will disagree or agree, as long as I can present my ideas to the social media, and of course it is well researched. Okay, before I posted that out on Facebook. Okay, if you don't want, just PM me and message me in the FB Messenger, and let's agree to some points and let's discuss it professionally. Okay, point by point. It's gonna be like that. Okay, point by point discussion, not shallow and superficial discussion. It's gonna be profound. Okay, profound meaning deep and substantial discussion regarding the subject matter, which is politics. Okay, politics, you know talaga yung intonation, right? Okay, going back, so I have to set up this social FB account of mine. Oh my gosh. Really, I have so many yellow dresses. My short, my shirt, okay. So, there will be no issue anymore because they converted their color to pink, right? But I love also pink. You know, my laptop is colored pink. My mouse is colored pink. Okay, it's gonna be like that. I love blue, green, pink, and yellow. Okay, but I love pink also as much as I did with yellow. Okay. It's just happened I love green because due to my career path as an OSH engineer. So being an environmentalist in my own little ways. And also, this is related also to my, profession, being an occupational safety health and environmental engineer, something like that. So environment stands for the color green, right? We have the natural resources around us. The trees, the plants, like that, okay? And then it's also related to my masteral studies in Masteral of Science and Environmental Science before in the University of San Carlos, in which I did not finish. Okay, this is not a question of finishing or not, just like BBM, right? He studied in Oxford University. He did not get finished also. As long as we studied, that would be enough. Okay, so we don't have to prove something. Okay, it will reflect and it will echo the way how we do our statements in public, and then if so many will interview us, then we can answer it very well, substantial, not shallow. Okay? You get the point? Not superficial, lumulutang ng mga sagot. Sasabihin, namatay, nabuhay, lumalaban, nauuna yung namatay. Okay? When you exist in this world, you are directly dying. Of course, you will start born, B-O-R-N. You will born, okay? So, ibig sabihin, nabuhay. Okay? And then, you will fight, lumalaban. Number 2, these are the correct sequence. Really, Lenny Robredo, if you are listening. Okay? And then, the last will be death. Tapos, mamamatay ka. It's gonna be, nabuhay, okay? Lumalaban, namamatay. Hindi yung nag-uunang namamatay. Namamatay, nabuhay, lumaban. Paano lumalaban yung namatay? Paano bumubuhay yung patay? Oh my gosh! Lenny Robredo, wake up! Hey, let's celebrate big game supporters. Napaka-ano talaga. Okay? It's very far from reality. Oh my gosh! Namatay, tapos anong sabihin? Namatay, nabuhay, tapos lumalaban. So, ibig sabihin, namatay tayo at first. We were born at first. And then, lumalaban tayo sa mga pangarap natin. We are here on earth to enjoy our career paths, to our families. We enjoy everything. We are happy that God gave to us the blessings around us. Something like that. And after that, we will die, of course, because we are aging already. We have disease and sickness at the age of 60 years old, 70. That's going to be the biological process. That's reality, and nobody can deny to that all of us will die in this world. And that would be the last death. Okay? It will not be the first. Napaka-bobo naman yung ganon. Di ba, abogada? Nagagalit talaga ako in fairness. Okay? I'm not saying I'm arrogant, but I have to tell the truth. Okay? So I'm as I said a while ago, I'm very, very candid. Oh, di sa kakasabotan yung linear read what is candid. Okay, I'm very, very straightforward. Okay? I go to your page, I comment you directly. Don't worry, I put emoji angry in your FB social account, Ma'am Lenny Robredo. Okay? Really, I go there. Okay, I went to her page and I commented her direct to the point. Okay, I don't have to hide. Okay, because we have freedom of speech as per 1987 Philippine Constitution. Okay? Lumalayo talaga ako. I'm talking about politics. I am not really taking up a political science. I'm just reading, I'm just researching, and then, so it develops me to balance and weigh things, okay? Like that. And it's gonna be, my political perspective change. Okay, when I was in elementary, and then now it's gonna be changing, that the reality now is the reverse. Okay, it's gonna be like that. Going back, mabuang taanin ko namatay, nabuhay, lumalaban, lalaban ako, lalaban tayo, ako ang ina ng bansa. Charot! Ikaw ang ina ng bansa. So nanay kita. But I don't want you to be my mother because lutang. Okay? Okay, sorry mga friends na ko nga mga lini Robredo pasayloa jud ko ninyo, okay? I'm just talking about reality. And then also, when we deal the news, oh my gosh, Liberal Party supporters, Liberal supporters, huwag nyo naman lagyan ng isang digits yung mga statistics. For example, the motorcade, 20 vehicles, and then you will put 200. Oh my gosh, what's that? Lukuhan? Then the vehicle also putting 4,000 vehicles. And then it never reached to 4,000, meaning, the people are more than the vehicles. Nakakaloka. Yung mga ganun ba, yung mga simple lang, tapos we should fabricate. Okay? Nakakaloka, di ba? Then we go also to the Rappler page. Okay, Rappler page, the surveys also have so many, so many other nationalities who put likes to Leni Robredo. What's this? Denote Leni Robredo? Okay, so you fabricate things in which very, very, very wrong, and your conscience will kill you. Okay, the end just justify the means. Okay, again, the end will never justify the means. Okay, so grabe naman kayo, di ba? Nakakaloka, and a whole lot more. Okay. Okay, going back, ang sarap kasi So, ang sarap sa bunutan. Charot lang. Sorry God, forgive me for that because I'm just a human being. Kung nagagalit si Lord, magagalit din tayo, right? You remember when Jesus Christ saw that his temple was used as a gambling area. Okay, he's very angry to those people and they let them to pray something. This is the place for worshiping and glorifying the Lord, but then you use this area as a gambling area, something like that. So it's not acceptable. It's very, very angry. So it's just like that what I felt right now. I'm very, very angry. Okay? So even though God will be angry, how much more I'm just a human being. Okay? You get the point? So I'm just really sensible enough and then to be realistic of what I've felt inside. Going back to the topic, guys. Oh my gosh. Napaka chika-chika na yung June. Okay. Let's do Taglish and Bislish. Taglish means Tagalog English. Bislish means Bisaya English. Specifically Cebuano Bisaya in some parts of my discussion. Okay, guys? It doesn't mean I cannot talk straight in English, but I have to deal with my, my fellow Filipinos out there also who doesn't understand very well in English, something like that. Okay? Because sometimes it cannot be denied. I will use, profound terms, deep terms that only some, journalists can understand. Okay? What I mean is that journalism terms. Okay? Because before I always tell you guys that I'm training journalism. I am one of the editors in our public school papers in Cebu Institute of Technology University and in Naga National High School. In fact, this is not to be boastful also. I'm not arrogant. I have to tell the truth because this is the truth. Okay, as I am awarding also the Journalist of the Year when I was in high school. Okay? Because I always encourage you guys, if you have a talent in English especially, and declamation contest or rhetorical contest, or you have really the capacity to write an article. It could be a poem, it could be editorial content, featured content, essay writing content, then you can go for that. develop that and maximize the talent also. Okay, me before I was in acting, I'm really competing for that. Okay, then I've been in division contest and then I've been also in the regional competition before. Okay, I remember I was there in Silliman University to compete for easy writing competition. Okay. Then after that also, when I was in college, that was high school. Okay, it's gonna be 1993 or 1992. When I was in college also, again, and again, I want to encourage you guys that you should also go out from the backs. Okay, go out from the backs if you love English. I need not force you to do that. If you love English as your favorite subject, also aside from science and mathematics, then you can explore out of that because there's a lot of contests regarding English. Okay, something like that. When I was also in Scania College, I won first prize in essay writing competition in Cebu Institute of Technology University. And in fact, I also won slogan making contest. Okay, it's gonna be like that. We should maximize our talent that God gave to us. Okay, then we should, read, research. Like, I think one advantage for me is that I don't have so much friends around me. I don't have barcadas. I'm a solitary person that normally I can focus to the endeavor that I will be able to do when I was in, college. Okay, I can focus to myself. I can maximize my, my time to academic information, not only for science, okay, but also for English. Really, I'm not really English, right? Because I really want to become a broadcast journalist. Really, this is true. When I was in high school, my gosh. In fact, guys, I wrote a letter to the past president of the Philippines, Fidel V. Ramos. I wrote a letter to him, really, because due to the poverty level that we have, I said to myself, oh my God, could I really go to school? Because, we don't have that much to go to school. And also, before in 80s, 90s, there's no so much scholarship at that time. Okay, so there's only less compared today. There's a lot of scholarships. We have the OST scholarship, we have Ayala Foundation scholarship, we have SM Foundation scholarship, and there's a lot of academic scholarships. In our time before, there's only very, very few scholarship, and then I don't want to become a NAS and an academic scholar because I want to focus. Okay, that's the main reason. I need academic scholarship. I wrote to our president, Mr. Fidel V. Ramos at the time, and then the Malacanang Palace secretary replied me back that this is gonna be, okay, if you apply for a certain academic, scholarship, just present this to the head of those Commission of Higher Education Office or DICS sa Department of Education, Culture, and Sports. Okay? But this is not also a guarantee. Okay? They will check everything, your academic grades, and then you do also an entrance examination, and then luckily I passed all, and then bingo, and I was really granted and given us a lot of academic scholarship. That's why I finished my BS Chemical Engineering through academic scholarship by Fidel V. Ramos. Okay, GASTPE scholarship. Okay, guys, it's gonna be like that. Poverty is not a hindrance to reach your goal. Okay, then you are trying to be hardworking, lang talaga siya. And if you want to become a NAS, it will be okay also, just a little bit of sacrifice. Okay, but in my time, I want to focus because my course is not easy. Okay, because of this chemical engineering, one of the amazing courses in all engineering, I think so. Okay, except for nuclear engineering and petroleum engineering, right? We have also that. Okay, so these three are very tough. Okay, nuclear engineering, petroleum engineering, and chemical engineering. Okay, something like that. These are all top courses. Okay, I remember we are 50 students, actually 50 plus students in first year college, but in second year, it will become less, 2 years will become less, until such time there are 20 na lang siya out of something because they shifted to another course. Really. Okay, guys, going back to the topic, I'm so talkative, right? Very talkative, June. Okay, this is all about heat transfer. Okay. Now, question number 1. This is a board examination, chemical engineering board examination. Ito. Okay. 1988. November 1988. Oh my gosh, that was too long, right? Okay, I'm still a high school student at the time. Okay, so question. What is the rate of heat flow through a glass window that is at 2 meters times 3 meters and 1.4 centimeter thick? If the outside temperature is 22 degrees Celsius and the inside temperature is 25 degrees Celsius, and the temperature, no, it's not the temperature, it's the thermal conductivity. The thermal conductivity is 0.84 joules per second meter degrees Celsius. Oh my gosh, we have 2 units of thermal conductivity. We have in terms of watts per meter degree Celsius and also joules per meter second degree Celsius. And I thank you. May ganon. Diba? Okay. Now, what are the basic steps in problem solving? Guys, I want to drink coffee because I want to activate my brain cells while discussion. Gosh. Oh my god, I still don't know. Maybe my weight will be increasing right now because I'm eating, fatty foods. Not that very plenty of fat food, it's just minimal, but I'm very, very afraid. Shut up! Okay. Okay. Yesterday I'm singing, right? Now, going back to this, thank you so much for all the people who support my YT channel. To be honest with you guys, my revenues are rising. Really. Okay. And I don't want to withdraw that. I want to withdraw that after 20 years. Char! At least it will be, increasing. Okay? At a period of interval, then I can withdraw that. What is my age at the time? Oh my gosh. Really? So this is only the avenue that I could express my, my talents also, and then, my academic information towards my course being a chemical engineer also. Blah, blah, blah. And not only that, also for other topics, right? Occupational safety and health. Sometimes I'll be talking also for food, diseases, prevention of diseases, right? Something like that, and fitness and diet also, and exercise, and I'll be talking to you sometimes for that, right? Okay, to those who are following me, I'll be talking that quite sometimes, right? But my concentration really is for pure sciences, okay? Because I could relate more, okay? Okay, going back, guys, before going to the ang grabe na talaga pumapasok sa brain cells ko, right? So, okay. Now we have also fill in the blanks question. I have 57 fill in the blank questions. I prepared this also. Guys, I'm not an instructor. Disclaimer, I am not an instructor, nor a professor. Okay? I am just a YouTube content creator and a vlogger. Okay? Like that. So I'm just doing this because I want to share my academic information that I've learned in my college days, high school days, or whatever, like that, okay? Then I have also my YT channel. Okay, then I have to, day by day, do a lot of readings, research, something like that. Okay, surf to the social media world, getting some facts also, and validating sources. I verify sources before I talk, of course. Okay, and then, plus the acquired knowledge and stock knowledge of mine. Okay? It's gonna be like this are all theories. Okay, not problem solving. Then I prepared also multiple choice questions and then enumeration. So, enumeration, guys, helps you to think faster so that you can recall what has been memorized in the past. So it can keep you think like that. So that is the purpose of enumeration. Okay, it helps you to think. Okay, and then this, fill in the blank. Actually, it helps you to think also, but this is more direct. Only one will be asked. For example, blanc is a state of matter that behaves at low temperature and a high pressure, and it occupies a measurable volume. Anybody can answer? This is fill in the blanks, no choices. Okay, but you have to answer directly in the blank provided. Okay, blanc is a state of matter that behaves at low temperature and high pressure, and it occupies a measurable volume. So, like that. So, uban maglibog, ang uban makakuha dayon, gano'n siya. So, this is gonna be ideal gas, non-ideal gas, or real gas. Okay? It behaves at low temperature and high pressure. And it occupies a measurable, meaning to say this is superheated. Okay, superheated above the saturation temperature. If we try to have a basis of a pure substance water, like that. So this is non-ideal gas or real gases that requires us to use the van der Waals equation of real gases. This is not an ideal gas. Okay? Again, non-ideal gas or real gases is a state of matter that behaves at low temperature, lower, and a high temperature, and it occupies a measurable volume. Meaning to say the reverse will be an ideal gas. Okay? You know now what's the reverse. I don't need to explain. Okay, going back. So the first step to do, sino taboy? Nakakaloka si Joy, Inglesero. Okay. Hello guys! Hello everybody! Oh my gosh. Okay, let's go back to business. Oh my gosh. I have to do this. Okay guys, get a blank sheet of paper and a pen and also a scientific calculator. Let's do this simultaneously. Because the problem is not very difficult really. It's just very no, not simple, a little bit of average. Okay? Ganun ang mangyayari. Okay, guys? Okay. Now, the first step to do, we need to do this in a logical and a chronological order. What is this one? Chronological order or systematic order. Ganun. So, date. Okay, given. Ano ko diri? Yung lingkod ko diri. Guys, welcome back to my live streaming. Oh my gosh. Data and given. Okay, like this. Guys, this is actually not talking about the evaporators, the heat exchangers, like that. I made to compute one by one. This is just only just like a physics problem, okay? But of course, it's related to the heat transfer relay in unit operations, okay? Like that. Okay, guys. So what is the rate of heat flow through a glass window? Oh my gosh, you need to compute the rate of heat flow in the glass window. Okay, that is 2 meters times 3 meters. Okay, so 2 meters and 3 meters is automatically the surface area of the glass window. Okay, so 2 meter times 3 meter is equals to 6 squared meters. So this is the surface area, guys. This is the given. Surface area length times width is equals to, okay, 2 meters times 3 meters, 6 squared meter. Okay, so this is very easy. No need to compute for the pi r squared, because this is not also cylindrical. This is not a pipe. This is not round. Okay, and then the outside temperature is T is equal to 22 degrees Celsius. Okay, and the inside temperature, oh my gosh, the inside temperature is 25 degrees Celsius. So what can you say? What can you see here? What can you say and see here? Really? What can you see and what can you say here? Okay, so we have inside temperature and outside temperature. Of course, the inside temperature will be the largest one, and the other temperature outside will be 22 degrees Celsius because it's given the problem. Okay, we cannot deviate that because actually, if we try to be, practical or in actual scenario, of course, the temperature in outside environment is very high because due to the heat of the sun. Okay, the sunlight compared to your room. But here it's reverse. Okay, the inside temperature is much higher compared to the outside temperature. Let's just accept this fact because this is a problem. Okay, it doesn't reflect to reality. This is only helps us to think. Okay, with comprehension to the particular problem. Okay, guys. Okay, thermal conductivity. Thermal conductivity is equals to 0.84, gosh, 0.84, kaloka, 0.84 joules, andyan na naman tayo, joules second meter degree Celsius. Guys, don't be confused. Some books really, or even you will go to the Google search, to the internet world as your reference, or whatever references you have, encyclopedias, books, whatever, right? Okay, or journals. Okay, so this is gonna be the unit of thermal conductivity is usually expressed in watts per meter degree Celsius under natural circumstance. But here it's expressed in joules because 1 watt is equals to 1 joules per second. Okay, and then this is the time we need to remember that 1 horsepower is equals to 746 watts. Okay, this is the unit of electrical energy or power energy driven by those equipment running or any moving equipment. Okay, the what do you call this one? The rotating equipment. We have also stationary and we have also rotating equipment, right? In mechanical engineering study. So it's gonna be like that. 1 horsepower is equal to 746 watts. Then in this time, 0.84 joules per second per meter degree Celsius is just the same as 0.84 watts per meter degree Celsius due to the fact that 1 watt is equals to 1 joules per second. Okay, is it very clear? Okay. Okay, scrutinize this well. Okay. Or investigate, right? Guys, do not be perplexed the way how I discussed this topic, okay? But just focus to the basic, not my term sometimes. Okay, yeah, I use perplex, right? Perplex is to confuse, but I use perplex because this is a journalism term, deep than confused. Okay, do not be perplexed, diba? In using this unit. This is English already, vocabulary. Okay, so that is not, there's nothing to do with the discussion. I'm just telling you that sometimes I use deep terms. Okay, due to the fact I'm really exposed before in journalism. Okay, forgive me for that. Sometimes somebody really complained to me, really, honestly, because my words are not really that, superficial, something like not common, and I really adjusted. I really adjust so that everybody can understand, my audience and the readers can understand also. It doesn't mean I'm very good, but due to the fact I'm only resourceful, okay? Everybody can do that, okay? Only that I am a wide reader and always keep on reading and I go to the Webster dictionary if I cannot understand the term. That's why it will going back, I can understand already, especially if it is presented in a particular column or articles, something like that, or a write-up, okay? Or any document regarding journalism. Could it be an editorial, something like that, okay? Or a news report, okay? So that's gonna be the technique only, okay? Okay, going back. So we have this data and given. Data is plural, the singular is datum. Datum. Okay, data is, do not put datas because datas is wrong. You'll never add s because it's already plural. Okay, data is plural already, and the singular is datum. D-A-T-U-M. Okay, just like phenomenon and phenomena, fungus and fungi, alumnus and alumni. Okay, so you can distinguish between singular and plural. You get a point? Okay. Ano ba yan, John? Bakit ganun ako ng English? Okay. Bayan, nakakaloka. Okay, going back. So in this manner, guys, we will use the heat transfer formula. And we could think also, what are the heat transfer formula? Oh, heat. My God, there's a lot of heat, right? We have Q is equals to mCp dt. Ganun siya, chuba-chuchu, right? And a whole lot more. Okay? Q is equals to mc delta T. Ganun. Okay, ncp dt, ncv dt. It depends on the thermodynamic process, which is held constant. So if the pressure is held constant, then ncp dt, if the volume is dt, right? So it depends. Okay? So, ganun. Okay. Lauwi, nahurot na dyan akong pencil in class. Okay, guys, going back to, let's go to the basic concept of this formula of heat transfer. So it's gonna be like dq dt, because rate of heat flow, rate. Okay, so it's gonna be dq dt. Actually, we can also use calculus for this. If we see like this dq over dt, then we get the limit for this. But I don't have to go with a calculus. Okay, I'll just go to the algebra, the basic math for this. Okay, dq dt is directly proportional to, charot, nakakaloka. Okay, area times the change in temperature. Okay, like that. Area and the change in temperature. Okay, and then if you try to put the equality sign, equality meaning the two short length underline like this. Okay, so dq dt will be equal to, we will introduce the thermal conductivity in this point in time. If we use the equality sign, or this is what we call the steady state, or in equilibrium. If you can see equal, this is equilibrium, equal, something like that. So this is gonna be thermal conductivity, okay, times the area times ganon delta T, and then it will become, somewhere along the way it will become ganon siya, and somewhere along the way it will become, after that it's gonna be Q. Okay, this is Q. Atong idiretso sa algebra, okay, we don't derive, okay, because our purpose is to solve, our purpose is not to derive. Okay, so it's gonna be Q is equals to the thermal conductivity, guys, and then the area times the delta T, the change in temperature, over the thickness or the length. This length, guys, do not be confused, because sometimes it will be used as a thickness. It depends on the situation where the heat flows. Sometimes thickness will be used if you're talking about insulation, something like that, or a membrane. Okay, but other also, especially window like this, it could be the length. Okay, we're not interested with the thickness for that. The length, something like that. That's why sometimes length is equal to the thickness automatically. Which is which, but if there's a length, then use the length, the term length ba. Okay, and then if there's a thickness, use the thickness, something like that. But it could never be happening that the problem is mentioning the two. There's a length of 4 meters and a thickness, gano'n siya. If that is the case, that length only is used to compute the surface area. Okay, got the point? So you will feel that in a problem also. Okay, things like this we need to distinguish. See, 2 meter times 3 meter times 1.4 centimeter thickness ang 1.4 centimeter. Okay, so our 1.4 centimeter here is the length, or the capital L. Some books represent the delta X, just X, But there's no problem. It's only declaration, right? Okay, so our centimeter converted to meter to agree with the unit of the surface area. So 1.4 centimeter, 100 centimeters is equals to 1 meter. We can divide directly 1.4 by 100. Anybody who has a scientific calculator, but if we'll just move directly the zeros, because these are only dealing with zeros. So 1, 2, it's gonna be 0.0 and wait. Moving only if 0, right? So 1.4. This is elementary level mathematics. Okay, grade 3, grade 4, grade 5, something like that. Our teachers told us how to move if we deal with decimal points, especially dealing with zeros, a lot of zeros. Okay, so we'll move 100 two places. Like 1, 2. So it's gonna be 0.014. Ganun siya. Because I don't have the calculator, right? What's my calculator? Oh my gosh! Nakaloka. Okay. So it's very easy if only dealing with zeros. But if this not dealing with zeros, we will use the calculator and the scientific calculator for that. Alright, thank you so much, Ma'am Pines, Tina. Thank you so much for watching for this live streaming and all about science, specifically heat transfer. So 0.014 meter. So we have now the 0.014 meter. The 1.4 centimeter is already converted to this number. Now, we need to substitute values as usual. So Q is equals to the K here. K is the thermal conductivity, which is in here. Okay, our data. So thermal conductivity, so 0.84. Okay, joules per second meter degree Celsius. You should put the unit also if you want, but you can also put the units later. It depends on you. Okay, like that. Okay, now we have the area of a window. Window is normally rectangular in shape or square. Okay, but in here, it's obviously represented as a rectangular because the meter in the length is not equal as a 3 meter. So automatically, the figure will judge us that this is a rectangle, not a square, or else 2 meter by 2 meter. Because the square have equal, okay, or equal dimension. Length is equal to the width. But in here, even though the problem is not mentioning that this is not a rectangle, but obviously we can detect through the figure. Okay, 2 meter by 3 meters. So of course, bingo, that is a rectangular already. You get the point? Because two types, a square window and a rectangle window. Since that is not specified here specifically, the term, then we rely on the figures presented, which are 2 meters times 3 meters, then bingo, that is rectangular in shape. Okay, so our area will be length times width. So 2 meter times 2 meter, 6 square meter. I already put here, right? Okay, it's gonna be 6. Oh my gosh! Kahit ihulbuto ng takog sa kuan. Sa pentel pen. Wow, red pentel pen. Oh my gosh. So, 6 squared meter. Delta T, guys, is actually in Kelvin. Okay, if you see a capital T. But you will adjust to the unit of the thermal conductivity given. Our thermal conductivity given, we have degree Celsius in the denominator. Then you don't have to convert in Kelvins already. Okay? If you want to let it go, it will just yield the same answer. Okay, but what I mean, if it's already agreeing the units, then don't spend time to convert. Okay, especially for a time frame examination, you will go to direct to the point units. You don't have to go to the derivation unless you don't know really what's the formula to be used. Then you have to derive some, or you forgot the formulas and equations in your brain cells. Okay, so that's the time you'll be able to correlate various basic formulas in science and mathematics to come up with a new derivation so that you can have the appropriate and suitable formula for that. But in here, this is just, you know what I mean. Okay, and the temperature is equals to, so this is T2 minus T1. Okay, guys, T2 minus T1. So our T2 here is 22 degrees Celsius. T2 meaning final temperature or outside temperature. Okay. Outside temperature, final temperature, exit temperature is also equal in terms. Then inlet temperature, inside temperature, initial temperature, input temperature is also the same story. Only the terms, English, were changed. Okay, but actually the same thing. Okay? Okay, if you remember the overall material balance, input is equals to output, assuming there's no recovery or there's no losses, right? So input is also initial, output is also final, something like that, okay? Okay, master also the terminologies. Okay, so delta T is equals to 22, na makalagot gini siya guys. 22 degrees Celsius minus 25 degrees Celsius. Na negative ba ya? Pero sige lang. Okay, 22 degrees Celsius minus 25 degrees Celsius. So outside temperature, magod siya. 22 degrees Celsius minus 25 degrees Celsius, right? Okay, so over, diba, the length. So our length here is automatically the 1.4 centimeter or the 0.014 meter na ato nang i-convert sa meter. Then substitute that here. Okay? Okay, all you have to do guys is to be patient. Okay, in dealing with numbers, and be careful when you write, and be careful with the units. It's gonna be like that always. Be careful in putting the units, be careful when you write, okay, and then review after that. Okay, then better to substitute the units. Do not just depend, because later you will be wrong. Okay, because of the conversion chuba chuchus. Okay, like that. So Q is equal to ganon siya. So mag-cancel na tayo. So ito yung rule sa cancellation. Cancellation, numerator over denominator, the same quantities you have to cancel that out. Left and the right, the same quantities you can cancel that out also. Okay, that point? Again, new quantities in the numerator, the same in quantities in the denominator. You have to cancel that out. And then also, quantities in the left side, okay, and in the right side equal, then you have to cancel that out. Because it's just the same. If you transport that in the negative and the other side, it will become negative, become positive, then it will be cancelled all throughout the way. Okay? Assuming the same quantities and variables and properties. For example, volume, ganon. Okay, density. If you say variable also, length, okay, thickness, ganon siya. Okay? So do not cancel if not the same. Okay? Kaloka. Diba? So, in here guys, nalagyan tayo pareho no, diba? So, meter squared over meter, if you multiply the thermal conductivity to the area, we have the meter squared over the meter, you have to cancel the other meter here at the numerator. So, it's gonna be 1 cancel. Ganon. Okay. And then you can do this also by yourself. Okay? Because this is not very difficult problem. Okay? Shout out to you, Ma'am Esther Candoli, for watching Silingan. Oh my gosh. Mga Silingan sa Tinan, City of Naga, Cebu. Hi, everybody. Okay, so we have the Celsius already at the side for this temperature. Then we can cancel that out with the other Celsius also in the other side. Okay, guys. Diba? Okay. Cancel. Ding, ding. So what are left are the meter in the numerator and the meter in the downside. Then still cancel also. Ding. So what will remain is the joules. Joules is a unit of heat energy. Okay. Now, if the problem will ask you what is the heat energy in terms of calories, then convert. 1 calorie is equal to 4.184 joules. And how much heat energy in terms of electrical energy? Okay, so convert that into watts also. Okay, ganun siya. From calorie to joules, from joules to watts. And then from horsepower to British thermal unit BTU, okay, to something like that, and a whole lot more. There's a lot of unit of energy, right? Okay, so calculator please. Nakakaloka. Ay, nako. Ang hirap kumita ng pera. Okay, so, nakakaloka no, di ba? Okay, so 0.84 times 6, di ba? Times 22 minus 25 is very easy, right? It is negative 3 times 3. It's also divided by 0.014. So it is 1080 joules. Then why it is negative? Let's analyze the problem. Why it is negative? Okay. Actually, sometimes you have to analyze if this is a multiple choice, question, especially just like in a board PRZ board examination. So this is a multiple choice. Then you have to analyze also if there's negative there. Just focus on the figure. Ay pugsa ba? Okay? Because maybe you are only mistaking your hypothesis, but the important is the figure is just the same. Then, if there's a negative there, then that's the problem because you have to analyze if it is really absorbing the heat, releasing the heat. Okay, this is just a relationship between exothermic reaction and endothermic reaction, and we need to understand that. And this is usually involved in thermodynamics, in the second law of thermodynamics. Example is the heat engine. Okay, the Carnot cycle. Okay, you remember that one? Sadi-Carnot cycle. Actually, that's Carnot, but Carnot. Okay, and then it's there in relation with the Clausius-Clapeyron equation, something like that. Okay, so there you will only rely on the temperature changes and heat energy changes, and bingo, you can compute for the efficiency of your heat engine, something like that. Efficiency of the equipment or the heat equipment, because heat engine is an example of second law of thermodynamics. Okay, it's related also here because we're talking about the heat transfer. Okay, so 1080. Okay, 1080. This is joules, and this is our answer. Okay, this is correct. Okay, correct. Gitaw na ako akong kodigo because I may be wrong because I don't solve ahead of time. I solve on the spot. Okay. This one. So 1080 joules. Because it's no challenge, right? If you solve, you look first the solution and then you blag it and then it looks like perfect all the time, right? So there's no challenge at all. Okay, you should solve first and then after that you can compare your answer to the original answer. That's the good learning rather than looking first. Okay. So, murag daya na siya. Okay. So, anyhow, for the purpose of vlogging only, the others will do that. Scripted. Okay. Because it can save time for them also. Okay. But so that it will look perfect. Okay. And then they will add animation, creativity on the screen to attract the viewers and audience, because normally people will be attracted on the colors, the animation. Sometimes they forget the content, really, 100%. Sometimes, but for me, really, I'll focus on the content. I don't focus on the artificials. Okay, the color like this, the special effects, the sound effects, and then only small discussion, only 5 minutes discussion, but too much drawings in the screen. With me, I don't work too much for that, okay? So that's really, that's only a creativity, a plus factor to make your videos attractive, and so that so many will watch your videos. So for me, I don't aim to gain and convince people to watch my YouTube. As long as I can share this information, then bingo, I am happy. Something like that. This is not for business, okay? Really, this is only for my own, sharing to anybody else. I want to transmit some of my knowledge to the younger generations, okay? Something like that. Because it could not be then I'll be turning, I'm very aging now. 60 years old, 70 years old, 80. Sayang naman, hindi ko siya i-share. Right? You get the point? Okay. Diba? So ito ang lumalaban. Na buhay na lumalaban. Then later, pagpatay na ako, hindi ko na siya ilalaban. Ganon dapat, Lini Robredo. Okay? mabuhay, lumalaban, at namatay dapat. Hindi yung unang namatay ka. Paano ka na lumalaban kung patay ka na? Ay, Diyos ko! Nakakaloka talaga itong vice presidente na ito. Diba? Namatay, nabuhay, lumalaban ang tatlo. Dahil sa tatlong adikain, paano sila lumalaban? Nandun sa siniteryo. Diba? So, nainis talaga ako sa babaeng ito. Okay? Sabi nga sa bulutan itong hinirobredo na ito eh. Diba? Okay, going back to business. My gosh, I am not a lawyer. Oh, but I can, no need to, baka sasabihin hambog ako or arrogant, I'm just trying to be me, okay? And just to be honest with this, I am the real me, okay? If I do something, then that's, I'll think that over and over again, okay? I am responsible of what I am talking in front of you right now. Then you can verify the sources if I'm talking to you falsely, or if my presentation of my solution is wrong, then you can also verify and then you can, sir, wrong shot, then okay, I'll be happy to entertain that. Because that is for improvement, and that is like an issue, an erratum in my job description that would say, forgive me, I was wrong, that particular due to it's easy to justify. Right? Rather than, you will never do that, then, oh my gosh. 40 times 4 is equal to 1,600 na bigas. Yun ang clue. Okay? So, both English and mathematics, ang talino talaga ni Lenny Robredo. Okay? Going back to the heat. Q is equals to 1,080 joules. 40 times 4 is equals to 1,600. Even my, elementary student, talunin pa siya ng elementary student. Ang ano kasi guys, hindi niya binabawi. Okay, normally we will be wrong. But if you are on the verge of exposing your statements to the public, then your brain cells can automatically detect it without question. In your instinct, you can review, sorry, it's only like that. Meaning, hindi niya pinag-isipan what comes out in his tongue. Her tongue, kasi babae pala siya. Okay, her tongue and her mouth. Okay, normally kasi, like me, masayok jud ko, akong balikon, then I can, I can polish it somewhere along the end. But she will let her statement in public finish for 1 hour and 2 hours. He'll never review what she said on her mouth. What's that? Okay, normally you can, sorry, that's only, you can correct easily. Okay, maybe because that's numbers, that is number, then maybe, of course, he's not an engineer, right? But, you know what I mean? Hindi ko na siya pwedeng i-explain pa farther. Nakakaloka. Okay, so heat is equals to 1,080 degrees Celsius. Nakakairita talaga. Di ba? Nakakaloka. Okay, magpresidente tayo ng ganon. O Diyos ko, maluluwa ka tayo dyan. Tatalunin tayo ng mga foreign investors regarding economic statistics. Really? Madadaya tayo sa mga graphical statistics of figures alone in our economic stability. If that is the kind of president we have in the future. Huy, mag-isip kayo, mga Lenny Robredo. Huwag kayong tanga. Okay? Totoo ito. Because it's really have the videos to prove. Okay, and the statements to prove in the social media. They fabricated everything there. Okay? Not everything, some. Sorry. Okay, of course, some. Okay, guys, this is 1,080 joules. And it doesn't have to be an engineer or a graduate to an education to learn 40 times 4. Oh my gosh, grade 1 student can answer that one. Okay, sige, masayop, pero i-correct lagi mo after 1 minute, 2 minutes. When you speak, guys, I'll tell you frankly, you will listen also what you talk. Just like me, I'm talking, I'm listening what I'm talking to. Because I have ear to listen well. After I expose the words coming from my mouth, I can still hear the words I uttered in my mouth. It's impossible. You cannot correct that immediately. Okay, like that. But, since again, that is number, he is not an engineer, maybe nothing, something like that. Nakaloka talaga eh. I watched yesterday Thinking Pinoy website. Parang pinagtawanan lang siya doon. Okay, they cut a video and then Lenny Robredo is doing a speech in front of the people, and then this one, 40 times 4 is equals to 1,600. Okay, and then in English, I have 3 daughters, and all of them are girls. Okay, daughters alone are already girls, right? You don't have to put all are girls. Things like that is very, it's very simple. Okay, like that. Okay, you want that president? You want that kind of president in the future? So madadaya lang tayo sa mga foreign investments for that. An economic partnership all over the world. Okay? Ganon. Okay, going back. Nangampanya ako, di ba? Okay. So, it's okay because this is my channel, right? Okay, so 1080 joules. Personal YT channel. Okay, thank you so much for watching, Ma'am Maricel Cabral. Oh. Ganon. So 1080 joules, you can measure calories, then we can have the unit in terms of calories also if you want. Okay. Thank you so much, guys. It took me 1 hour and 1 minute for this particular vlogging and live streaming. And then see you later for my next vlogging and live streaming. So it's gonna be again all about pure science, especially in relation to Bachelor of Science and Chemical Engineering. It's gonna be like that, okay? Then you can suggest also to me to deal with another science topics, huh? Okay, but my niece are suggesting me English. Sorry, I cannot do that because talking is not the same as studying in your major, right? I'm not majoring in English. Okay, so maybe I can vlog vocabularies only, like that, but I cannot vlog idiomatic expressions, 7 types of idiomatic expression, like that, right? The hyperbole, the satirical statement, ganon, the sarcasm, mga ganon, sa naman to. Okay, I cannot do that. Yung mga declaration, mga simile, ganon, in English. Okay? Then nalala niyo yun, mga simile, hyperbole, di ba? Sa English, mga idiomatic expressions. Okay? I cannot do that, really. I'm not majoring in English. So I can do also, as spelling. Nakakaloka. Engineered in spelling. Okay? But it's okay also, just for fun, right? I could also, help students to learn spelling, right? Okay? But, it's not really my comfort and convenient, okay? For that. Okay? But anyhow, I think to make it different also, I can share to you my poems. I have poems. Actually, the pronunciation for this poems, not poems. Okay? Poems. Like that. Plural of poem. Actually, this poem or poem, but poem. Ganun siya. You can go to the Webster Dictionary. There's, how to pronounce that well. It's very difficult, but poem like that. Okay? So I've written a lot, not really a lot, I think less than 10 poetry. Okay, when I was in Taiwan before, when I'm alone, I'm writing really, okay, poems like that, okay. So that is also another talent of mine, aside from singing. Okay, aside from singing, I can also dance, but really singing and like this, okay. Communication like that, reporting, something like that. I can easily manage. Oh my gosh. Okay, thank you so much for watching, guys. If you like this video or live streaming, then you can comment below down in the comment section, of course. And then if you are not subscribing yet to my YT channel, then you can subscribe now if you want. And then you have the full freedom to choose the right videos for you if you like also, and you can click the notification bell for some newest updates of my senior eternal voice. Bye bye, God bless everybody. See you later in my next vlogging and live streaming. Naka-yellow si June. Lalaban ako! Lalaban tayo! Bye bye!